Alright guys, today we have a 2001 Lexus ES300. This car, every time you hit a small bumps, it makes a noise in the rear end. And usually when you hit a bump, the suspension goes up, so things such as this linkage to the left here, this is a sway bar linkage in the back, this will move up, the strut will move up, and at the same time this sway bar bushing here, if it has a play in there, it will make that kind of noise. This car makes this type of noise, and this is caused by this bad sway bar bushing right here. So that's the kind of noise we're hearing. What we're gonna do is we're gonna change these sway bar bushing. There's one on this side, one on the opposite side. They usually come in a package. So we're gonna remove number 12 here, and there's a 12 back here that holds this up. But what I'm going to do is I am going to heat this up, because these usually they don't want to come out without heat, or they'll break and then you have a mess there. Then you have to change the whole bracket here. So I am going to go get my little torch and heat that up. Huh? What? What are you using? Using what? Oh yeah. Alright, so this is number 12. I have my tool ready. What I'm going to do is I am going to heat this up. When you're using heat, you want to be careful with any gas lines. You don't want to be near a gas line, or you don't want to point at the gas line. I'm gonna heat these up a little bit. Alright, I think that should be enough. Now I got my number 12 ready here. This is number 12. There you go. Once it's hot, it should come out easily. And then there's one in the back. I'm gonna grab my light and I'm gonna try to get the back one out. There you go. The back one out. Alright, so this is probably a little hot. I'm gonna be careful. This thing comes down, and then you have the bushing. This bushing, this gap has opened up. That's why it's rattling in there. It's rumbling in there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the new bushing. We're gonna put a little bit of grease on the inside so it can slicker around in the inside. All right, so we have the new sway bar bushing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to open it up and get that on there. Sometimes these are stiff, they don't want to open up, they're hard to get in there, so you gotta just play around with it. But once they go in there, that's it, they grab themselves, and this faces up just like that. And then we have this bracket. You got like a little hook to it. This hooks on in the back end, and it goes in just like that. Alright, so I'm gonna get my number 12 with the socket. I'm gonna try to catch the threads before I tighten it with the wrench. So what you do is you line it up and you try to catch the threads before anything. And there's one in the back. I'm gonna do the same thing for the back. Right. Alright, so I got both of these in there. I'm gonna tighten them up. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. And this is gonna lock the bushing up in there. That's it. All right, now if we move this, there's no movement. And then this bar goes across. So we're gonna change that one, but we're not gonna record it, but we'll just do it because they come as a set. You have to do them together. So make sure you do this one. It's the same procedure. And that's it. That's how you change the sway bar bushing. And if you have a rear end noise when you hit a bump, this is where you're gonna start from. That bushing in, we got this one in almost. We're just tightening up the bolts. He's gonna tighten up both bolts and we're done here. Make sure they're nice and tight. Just put it on. You get the socket stuck, he'll remove that, and then he'll tighten this front one. So that's how you do the sway bar bushings on a Lexus or a Toyota if you have a rear end noise.